Welcome back, Patriots. I am your host, Untitled82. And we're just going to go over a couple news articles for today. And I'm going to cover that Twitter thread that I was going to cover in the previous video, but the video would have been way too long. Let's dive right in. Bad polling. Washington's D.C. Democrat mayor paves over defund the police street mirror video. Report shows 2020 with the lowest number of recorded U.S. deaths since 2009. For the virus, maybe? The mortalities in 2020 were not materially different from the previous 5 years. CDC, National Center for Health Statistics, mortality surveillance system, pneumonia and influenza mortality surveillance, week 34, mortality by season. Now there is a new report at the primarydoctor.org by Colleen Huber, NMD, that reveals total U.S. deaths this year are actually lower than annual U.S. deaths in 20 of the last 21 years. There you go. Over 50 Confederate monuments have been removed or destroyed since George Floyd riots began. Portland Black Lives Matter rioters burned Trump flag and pig head while shooting motors at federal courthouse. These people are insane. Democrat rule. Minneapolis requires owners of businesses destroyed in riots to pay remaining 2020 taxes before they receive permit to remove burned down remains. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It wasn't even their fault. The University of Georgia removes face mask COVID sex guideline after ridicule. Yeah, I know, because it's ridiculous. Chicago State Attorney Kim Foxx dismissed more than 25 felony cases in her first 3 years. Police union asks the feds to step in. Really? I honestly think that's a dude. It's probably Ken Fox, not Kim Fox. And we all know what she did with the whole Jussie Smollett case. She automatically dismissed it because I think they're like cousins or something like that. And she got a call from Big Mike. Big Mike was all like, hey, you know what? Dismiss this. And he probably did it in Obama's voice. Kim, you have to dismiss this case. I don't know. Whatever. President Trump slams Democrats as he announces new peace deal between Israel and the United Arab Emirates. I think I said that right. Let's check it out. There's video. I'm going to show the video. Being a lot of these, it's not blocking the ads anymore.
For peace in the Middle East.
So which is easier, dealing with the Democrats or dealing with the Middle East?
Well, a lot of people never thought he'd get this type of deal, so I'll be hopeful that we can deal with the Democrats.
The Middle East is more reasonable. Thanks, Ron.
Boom. Winning. He's winning constantly, folks. If you can't see that, then you're blinded by the mainstream media. If you keep watching those clowns, they're nothing but not even a shit show. They're something else. Please help say freedom of speech in America. Post your comment on FCC Chairman Ajit Pai's public filing brief on tech giant tyranny. Alright, I will do that later. Yeah, I'll just go to the Gateway Pundit. Boom, there it is. Identified pandemic. Nah, that's not important. Oh wait, what did it say? Unless the true origin of typo the China coronavirus is identified, another Chinese pandemic is in the offing. Corrupt Atlanta DA Paul Howard wiped out an election after charging police officer with murder in the Rayshard Brooks death. White House siege. Organizers released new tactical briefings with image of White House in flames. So I guess up until the election, there's going to be a bunch of people that are just going to be constantly protesting outside the White House. I think that's what I read yesterday. White House siege organizers on Thursday released new technical briefings with an image of the White House in flames. Marxist operatives with the support of the Democratic Party are burning and pillaging cities across the country. Stores are looted and government buildings are attacked on a weekly basis by far-left terrorists. Gosh, what is up with all these freaking ads, man? Leave me alone! A couple weeks ago, Marxist operatives announced a 50-day siege. Yeah, that's what it was. On the White House. Twitter is allowing this group to organize and openly call for the overthrow of the government on its platform. They plan on starting the siege on September 17th to continue for 50 days until the election on November 3rd. Ooh, I love tamales. Porque soy mexicano. Leftists hope this will get them more votes for Biden, according to Adbusters Tactical Briefing number 2. Jammer citizen activists. There are many ways to think about this White House siege. Is it a beautiful jam? A civic exorcism? Exorcism? I don't know. Whatever, dude. I suck. I'm gonna move on. A spectacular sayonara party for dear Donald. All of the above, absolutely. But let us not ignore the dark forces also at work. Time is short. Shall we rely on William Barr to interpret the law justly in the interest of all Americans, on the police or military, or drag Trump from the White House when he loses? These people are insane. He's not gonna lose. Oh my gosh. On the gray sensibility of the alt-right hordes and white supremacists. So just because I love America and I love this country, I'm a white supremacist. When I'm Latino, I'm Mexican American. I have no ounce of Caucasian in me. I'm 100% Mexican. And I love this country. I wasn't born in Mexico. I was born in America. Of course not. By now it's clear that Trump and his social fence will do anything to prevent Joe Biden from taking office, including crippling the Postal Service. There is no limit to their cynicism, no end to their corruption. Projection much? It's called projection, folks. Whatever they're spewing out is what they're the ones are doing themselves. And I'm not going to continue because you pretty much, for y'all that watch this, y'all know, y'all get it. Ay, ay, ay. Americans are fed up. 72% are concerned with violence in major cities. 62% say it affects their vote. Well, look, I'm sorry for all you people that live in these cities that are just getting rioted and looted. You can blame that on your Democratic governors. Alright? Kamala Harris scored as most liberal U.S. Senator in 2019, analysis says. Yeah. Okay, who cares? Who cares? Who even cares about this woman? She was a shitty prosecutor, and plus she just decided, hey, you know what? I'm gonna heels up, move up the ranks. And we got second source, Mitt Romney blocking Senator Ron Johnson from subpoenaing Comey, Brennan to protect Paul Singer. There you go, Mitt Romney, Rhino. Joe Biden's handlers swiftly move in to protect Biden. Kick out reporters from Biden-Harris coronavirus briefing.
Mr. Biden, how has the first day been with Senator Harris? How has the first day been with Senator Harris on the campaign trail?
It's been great. It's been great with she and her husband, and Jill and her husband were friends before this, and have become closer friends. We had a great, great day. But we're going to talk today. I've been doing these briefings with two of the four docs up there, Dr. Laurie and Dr. McMinnis Smith, are often quoted in our briefings, but this is they're joining us today. We're going to get what I get 4 times a week, a briefing on the state of coronavirus here and around the world and what we should and shouldn't be doing. And so it usually takes somewhere between an hour and an hour and a half. And so I just wanted to now, the Senator, we're going to be digging in.
I'm looking forward to it. These are some of the brightest minds, not only in our country, but internationally. And as the Vice President has been saying since the beginning of this pandemic, it should be the public health professionals that are leading policy in our country to address this lethal pandemic. And so I'm very much looking forward to this briefing and to catch up with the Vice President on the briefings he's been having so far.
All right. So as soon as reporters got a chance to ask Joe Biden a question, his handlers swiftly moved to protect Biden and kick them out. Even CNN noticed. We keep pressing the Biden campaign. There's no needs to be no more questions from reporters. What are they so afraid of? Creepy. Florida teacher writes out obituary in China flu freakout. Okay, yeah. Keep wearing your mask. It works. Oh, and this one right here. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris call for a nation-wide face mask mandate, without explaining the specifics of how that would work.
This is not about Democrat, Republican, or Independent. It's about saving Americans' lives. So let's institute a mask mandate nationwide, starting immediately, and we will save lives. The estimates are we'll save over 40,000 lives in the next 3 months if that is done. Now let me turn it over to my colleague and running mate. She has a few comments to make.
People are insane. Legal expert claims Kamala Harris doesn't qualify for vice presidency. She'll have to be replaced. Here we go again. Next politician to run for office who doesn't qualify for the position she's running for. Senator John McCain was born outside the U.S. and because of his investigator when he ran for the presidency and eventually determined eligible, then came Barack Obama, who to this day believed was not eligible to run for president due to his unusual circumstances concerning his birth. Right? Kenya. Kamala Harris likely does not qualify for office of vice president. John Eastman, professor of law at Chapman University and senior fellow at the Claremont Institute, raised these concerns based on evidence known to date. God, these freaking pop-ups won't let down. Come on, Brave browser. Oh wait, yeah, I'm on Brave browser. This shouldn't be coming up. Oh, it's okay. It's because the shield is down. Okay. I'll fix that later. Or next time. But surprisingly, the fact has been the name and device. Okay. Father is a Jamaican national and her mother is from India, and neither was a naturalized U.S. citizen at the time of Harris' birth in 1964. That, according to these commentators, makes her not a natural-born citizen and therefore ineligible for the office of the president, and hence ineligible. So she was an anchor baby because she was born. Her parents weren't born in the U.S., but she was born in Oakland, California, and I have a picture of her birth certificate. I don't know the legitimacy of it, but someone on my Facebook posted it. I will show it to you real quick, and then we'll be done with this article, and then I'm gonna just stop here and get to that thread, that Twitter thread that I thought was interesting, that I was gonna cover the other day. So there you go. This is supposedly a real picture of her birth certificate. And the interesting part that they circled there, right? Look, October 20th, 1964, she was born. Kamala Ayer Harris. Maiden, mother. Shyamala Gopalan. And then color of race of mother, Caucasian. Then you got the father, Donald Jasper Harris, Jamaica. Oakland, California. But that's the interesting part here. What the what? Alright, so that's just something that I found very interesting. Like I said, use your own discernment. I'm not saying that this is actual fact, so don't quote me on it. I'm just sharing what I found. Or someone sent this to me via Facebook. Because I'm very active on Facebook. And I'm just active on Facebook and Twitter. More as Facebook, but... And I know that's probably the most toxic place to get my information. But I don't get my information from Facebook. People just send me things. In my messages and stuff like that. But I don't use it as a source of information. It's just a place where I can just put information out there to get the most eyes on the information that I want to share. Right? Doesn't necessarily mean it's... I try to put out the most truth as possible news. But I get it wrong. I'm not perfect. Just like this, you know? This got sent to me, so I'm putting it in this video just as a little, hey, I don't know. Okay, so that's that. Oh, oops. So, this patriot put out a very interesting thread. Has nothing to do what we just talked about. But I thought it was very well put together and something that I think people should just know about. She goes to say, here's what I've discovered about Trump supposedly drilling into the heart of the Navajo culture, quoting Biden, by lifting the Obama-era ban on drilling around the Grand Canyon. And it's a thread. First, some background. The Trump administration is attempting to lift an Obama-era 20-year ban on uranium mining in the areas bordering the Grand Canyon. The Dems, Biden, are claiming this is sacred Navajo land as the reason why he shouldn't. Here's what they're covering up. Also, keep in mind, President Trump already signed an executive order that protects our national parks. This includes the Grand Canyon, obviously. President Trump signs the Great American Outdoors Act, preserving and protecting our national parks. To understand why Trump would lift this ban, we first have to understand what the ban is actually protecting. Hint, it's not the Navajos. If Karl Marx worshipping Dems like Alinsky and loving Obama and Hillary have taught us anything, it's that the Dems time and time again specifically target special interest groups, minorities, gays, etc., to create a shield for their hidden agendas, just like with uranium. Did you know that America is currently nuclear weapons component and nuclear energy dependent on Russia? No? Huh? That's weird. Do you know who made this happen? Because it wasn't Trump. So Hillary, if Russia is such a threat, why did you sell them 20% of our uranium? Are you a liar or a traitor or both? Does anyone else find it strange the same woman who paid for the Russian dossier to win an election, whose husband made $50K for a Russian speech, who sold 20% of US uranium to Russia, whose foundation received $150 million from Russia, keeps calling others Russian assets? While working as Secretary of State under President Barry Soetoro, the maturing candidate, Hillary Clinton approved the Uranium One deal, which effectively gave Russia a majority stake in all uranium mining within the United States, allowing Russia to grow into a nuclear world powerhouse. Why? Because she profited from it, of course. It shows that while the State Department under Hillary Clinton was considering approving the deal as part of the CFI-US approval process, Russia and key stakeholders in the deal paid millions to the Clinton Foundation. Bill, I did not have sex with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. Clinton himself traveled to Moscow just months before the deal was approved to meet with Vladimir Putin. Clinton was also paid $500,000 for a speech he gave in Moscow by Renaissance Capital, an investment firm which in interest is the Uranium One deal and ties to Putin. The funny part is the FBI at the time was aware of the Russia's corruption and involvement, and an investigation was underway. Guess which FBI director decided to kill the investigation in 2015? James Comey. You know? The guy that testified against Trump during the Russia collusion, the guy that used his predecessor Robert Mueller's report to slander the president-elect, the guy that claimed Trump colluded with Russia? Yeah, that guy. Ask yourself, why would James Comey, head of the FBI at the time, kill an investigation into ties between the Clintons and Russia in 2015? Maybe because, gee, I don't know, Hillary was running for president? So, Trump lifting the Obama-era Clinton-motivated ban on uranium drilling does 3 things. 1. It ends our nuclear dependence on foreign countries for energy and weaponry. 2. It brings back mining jobs to the United States and creates wealth. 3. It fucks the Clintons. Sorry for my language, folks, but I just had to say it because I concur. This was never about the Navajos. This was never about the Grand Canyon. When the Democrats tried to stir up special interest groups in reacting emotionally, always remember that they have an agenda, that they are using Marxist-Alinsky tactics to accomplish it. Marxist/Alinsky tactics to accomplish it. Hashtag walk away, Democrats. That's all I have to say. Thank you for watching. I am your host, Untitled 82, where we go and we go all Patriots. Thank you. Bye-bye.